welcome to the Squatting Saffron. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do recovery work. Recovery is so important, especially when on rest days. When we're not training, we're just lying around in the house or something. You want to have active rest days, but also you want to stretch out those muscles and you want to release that tension and that stress that you've created throughout the week if you have worked out, so you can reach your better goals. And so that your muscles don't get all tangled up and you don't have pain in your muscles, especially when we're lifting a lot more heavy. Recovery is so important so we don't damage ourselves while we're at the gym and progressing in the weights or with our body. So it's gonna be really easy and you can just follow along. And if you like it, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on my Instagram, Squatting Saffron. The equipment that I'm gonna use today is gonna be first your body, and then you're gonna need a foam roller. I have a really fancy one. It vibrates, so it's electric. You don't need one like this. I know that machine guns are so popular where like they massage and pinpoint your muscles where you need to release tension. But I'm a little old school and I feel like to release the tension in your muscles, what we call a myofascial release, I think that a foam roller is your best bet because they're really inexpensive. So these ones are really good in investing in one of them. And then you're gonna need one of these bands. I have a really small, skinny one right here, so you're just gonna need one of these, okay? I'm gonna start off with some stretches with my body. And these are also a little bit of a yoga exercises too. I don't do yoga, but these are considered like some yoga movements too. If you do yoga and you have like one of your favorite stretches too, let me know in the comments down below, and I really want to try those out and see if I can be a yoga person as well. So the first exercise, I'm going to get on my knees. I'm just going to bend over, kneel over. This is called a child's pose. This is actually a yoga exercise, but I find that when I do this, it really helps my core, and it really helps with digestion too. For the next exercise, this is kind of harder to explain, but I'm gonna bring one knee in almost like 90-degree in, and then I'm going to extend the other leg. And this really stretches my glutes and my hip flexors. I can really feel it in my glutes. I love doing this one, especially when I've trained a lot of legs that day or throughout the week when I'm sitting on my bum all the time. So it really helps to relax those muscles. And I'm gonna switch on and do the same to the other leg. Now I'm gonna go on my back. I'm gonna lie down. I'm gonna bend my knees 90-degree, and I'm gonna do a hip thrust. This is more like a corrective exercise. I actually have a posture deviation, so I like to do hip thrust because that pushes my pelvis the opposite direction. So the anterior pelvic tilt, your pelvic kind of moves forward, and this just shifts it a little bit back. And I did 2 rounds, so I did first 10 exercises, or 10 reps. And then now I'm resting a little while. Just breathing in, breathing out, relaxing. And then I'm gonna go again for another 10 reps.
Now I'm going to do my hip flexor stretch. This is another corrective exercise to help my anterior pelvic tilt. I'm going to lunge forward and I'm going to twist my torso on the leg that is already lunged forward. And you will feel it on your opposite leg. If you twist your torso, you will feel it, the stretch a lot more on the other leg, and you'll see how I'm showing you right here. I'm going to point to it in just a second. That's where you're going to feel the stretch when you twist your torso. Now I'm going to do it on the other leg, and I'm going to twist the torso again. Now I'm showing you how twisting the torso, what's creating the stretch, and it's the other leg that I did. So it's going to be on my left, your right.
For the next set of exercises, what we're going to do is we're going to need a band. So we're going to do all the exercises using this.
For the first exercise with the bands, I'm going to be working on the traps. If you do a lot of shrugs or shoulder exercises and even back, I notice that the traps can be a little bit tight. So I like to stretch those out real good too. Or sometimes when we sleep improperly, or we're on our cell phones or on the computer for too long, and we're just leaning forward to the screen, that can create a little bit of tension. So I want to release all of that stress. And this one feels really, really good. And for most of these exercises, I'm doing about 10 to 12 reps. Sometimes I'll do 15 if I really feel that muscle, that particular muscle is really tight. Now I'm going to work my back. I'm going to place the band under my feet like I did previously, and I'm not going to hold it tight because I'm not trying to do a back exercise. I'm going to hold it a little bit further, so a little bit more looser. So I'm just trying to stretch that back. This one feels also really good. Now if you hold it a little bit closer to where my feet is, yeah, you can get like your rows, like the back rows, the exercise, and you can feel the tension and the contraction in your back. But since I'm just trying to release tension and just go with the movement, I'm just holding it a little bit looser, or otherwise closer to my core. Now I'm going to work with another back exercise, and I'm going to take my band. And these are called your banded pull apart. So you're going to have your arms straight out, and then you're just going to pull the band away from your body. So again, you're going to want to hold this a little bit looser. You can hold them together if you feel like your back is really tight. But since my back isn't so tight, I just used one of the band, as in I didn't use both of them together. Next one is going to be for your shoulders and your rotator cuff. So I'm going to steadily hold it straight. I'm going to bring it back carefully and bring it back forward carefully. When you're doing this, make sure that you don't hurt your shoulders and you don't hurt your elbows. So your arm should be straight out and all the way back, and then all the way forward again. Hold it a little bit towards the end so that then you can go all the way back without any compensations and without hurting yourself.
For the next set of exercises, you're going to need your foam roller, and I'm going to show you the exercise with the following.
Now it's time to use the foam roller. I'm going to work on my back. And I'm just going to roll with the roller. I have to hold my hair so my hair doesn't get caught up in the roller. But I'm using the heels of my feet to give me that slide motion. So I'm gonna go in and then out slide. Now I'm gonna work with the lower back. Can relieve some tension over there. And the same thing, I'm going to use my feet to help me roll on and off until I feel the muscles are releasing its tension. Since we sit on our butts all the time, I like to release tension from my glutes too. And if you do train your glutes 2 to 3 times a week, you really do need this. So your muscles do need to recover and you do need to release all that tension. So your glutes are no exception either. Moving on to the hamstrings, I'm going to show you that you could roll and release tension with one leg or 2 legs or with 1 leg. So I'm showing you how to do it with 1 leg here. I prefer doing it 1 leg at a time instead of 2 because I really want to release the tension and really want to feel all of that stress being released from my hamstrings. I have pretty sore hamstrings, so this really feels good. Just like your glutes, your calves are no exception. So if you do a lot of walking or jogging or HIIT training, your calves can be pretty sore, even if you do calf raises. So I really like to roll my calves on the foam roller. This really helps to relieve that tension too. Now it's time to work with the quads. This one felt really good, so I'm gonna show you how you could do that with 1 leg at a time. I'm just adjusting myself. I'm gonna put 1 leg on the roller and I'm going to put the other one outside. I'm not working on that one yet. And I'm actually using my foot and my leg to kind of help me roll on and off. This one really felt good. I train my quads 3 times a week. So every single time I train my quads, I always need this particular recovery work. And now I'm switching on to the other leg. So you can see how I'm using my hands and my leg that I'm working on to help me roll on and off the roller. I'm making that tension stay right above the knee and then a little bit below the hip flexor. So that region right there. So I usually do it 1 at a time first, and then I'll do both of them. Both of my quads now. And now I'm just laying down and I'm using my elbow and shifting myself back and then forward. And again, I'm not going to pass it between my knees and I'm not going to go above my hip flexor. I'm going to stay the tension at my quadriceps.
That's all for today. I hope that you guys liked these set of exercises, and please give it a try when you are resting at home. You should have at least 1 or 2 days of the week when you're resting, and you should be releasing all that tension because you don't want our body to get stiff. And you'll see that you will see a bigger change in your muscles and your muscle growth and in your strength when you go back into the gym, because we've released all that tension and we've took out all the stiffness from our muscles. So I hope you guys like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.